Some businesses, mainly in the protest hotspots, have been forced to close for the day. This is despite the assurance from government that today will be a normal day. Joining us now is Kganki Matabane, for a Black Business Council CEO. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. Big business forced to close shop today, fearing disruption and chaos. How then will we begin to measure the impact of today's shutdown?
Good afternoon, Paul, and the Newzroom Afrika viewers. I think what has happened and what we are getting from the ground is that most of the companies decided to close down today because I think some of them they still have the scars of 2011 where they did not close their shops and then the looting happened. So they were scared. I think which tells you that there's a challenge around people having confidence in the law enforcement agency that they will do their job. And then some of them did open, but I think the consumers felt like they are not going to come there.
As you and I have been really trying to make sense of the impact on business today, big business forced to close down, and of course small businesses and hawkers and vendors also affected by this national shutdown. When do you think we'll begin to see the impact of this shutdown on business and the state of the economy?
Yeah, I think on the small business, the impact is felt immediately because they do their takings on a daily basis, and they will be able to check that today they were not able to make much. Even the taxi people, Santaco, which is one of our members, they felt the lockdown because the passengers were just not there. So you can imagine when you have a taxi, you still have to pay the banks, and you are not able to make money for today. That will impact you immediately. By the end of the month, they will feel it. I think big business are in a much better position because some of the people you're going to find that they're working from home. So business is still running. Those who are not able to work from home probably will have taken leave just to be safe. But I think what should happen from a government point of view is for government, especially law enforcement agencies, as I indicated, that people still have the scars of 2021. So it's important for government to take stock and find a way of then how do we get people having confidence in the law enforcement agencies that they will be protected. Because otherwise this thing is going to be the beginning. It may happen again. It means we won't have business that day again. So it's important for government to now and make sure that that confidence comes back, where when they say we will protect you, people must feel like they'll be protected.
That's actually one of the reasons why the EFF has come out in the streets speaking against crime in South Africa and also ventilating their frustrations around load shedding. Load shedding has also affected business. Do you think that this shutdown will have any impact at all, looking at the future, and also the impact that load shedding has had on business?
Yeah, I don't think technically the protest will have an impact on load shedding necessarily. Remember, we've been engaging with Eskom for some time, and they've shared a plan, and it's the plan that we agreed with, that to be able to stop load shedding, you have to fix the current Eskom fleet. And Eskom, the new Eskom board has been busy doing that, and you can start to see, we're starting to see now the positive implications of that. For the first time in more than 7-8 months, we had a day where we didn't have load shedding, which then shows you there's a little bit of improvement, and that improvement should be encouraged. But again, the issue of load shedding affecting small businesses is huge. and hence we cannot overemphasize the importance of solving ESCOM problems, because then that will help us to create jobs, will help us to grow the economy, and that's what we need to do. That's where we need to focus as a country. We shouldn't be focusing on anything else, but we should focus on making sure that we get our people to work. If you look at, for example, the number of police roadblocks that we encountered since yesterday, one starts to wonder, why is government not having that amount of roadblocks on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, because that was going to reduce the amount of crime that we have. Remember, a lot of professionals and business people are thinking of immigrating and leaving South Africa mainly because of crime. So you start to sort of think, but it looks like government has got the capacity to stop crime, but they're not doing it. Why can't they deploy the same number of police to construction sites, to deal with the construction mafia, to deal with those people who are mining illegally? So those are the things that I think that government must ask themselves serious questions to say, we do have the capacity, we just need to deploy capacity properly so that we can make business and everyone else feel comfortable, so that people can invest in South Africa and create jobs.
A lot has been said by ordinary South Africans on their sentiments on this shutdown. Some have felt that they've lost out on a day's pay. Others have felt that it will perhaps shift the landscape, the political landscape, and get the ANC to really think about their strategies and where they stand as a party. What would you say is the Black Business Council's position?
Yeah, we hope that government will learn from here and improve service delivery. Businesses are not expecting much, but they're expecting service delivery. They're expecting the roads to be working. They're expecting the public good infrastructure to be working and doing what they're supposed to do. Because remember, business pay tax, and from that tax they're expecting the service delivery to happen. But at the moment, that is not the case.
Yeah, very well. Thank you so much for your time, Black Business Council CEO Kganki Matabane, speaking and, of course, giving the sentiments around the business sector when it comes to today's national shutdown.